Good morning, this is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise, and I'm with Senior Pastor Chuck Davis.
We're talking about Eric's book that is being released soon, Getting to Know Jesus. Eric, in the book, you have this passage where Jesus says, the work of God is to believe in the one in whom He sent. It's a very important phrase because John's Gospel keeps coming back to this idea of belief. Will you put your trust in Jesus?
Well, in my reading of this, when I first read this, it was a showstopper for me, that the work of God is this, to believe in the one He has sent. That sounds simple. That sounds very easy. But if you read all four Gospels, everybody is questioning who Jesus is. And part of the Gospel of John is to link Jesus' coming to the Father, and that there's a relationship of Father and Son and us that requires belief.
Yeah. Well, and John says early in the Gospel, these things have been written so that you might believe that Jesus is the one come from God, and that in believing you would have life and that you'd have it eternal. So it's a very important task of believing. It's not just intellectually giving assent, but putting your trust in Jesus as the one sent from the Father.
Right, and in context of that, one of the things I'd like to say is that mankind, men and women, are belief machines. So one of the troubles we run into is the question of, well, what do we believe in? And a lot of it is subterranean. It's sort of built into our DNA. That I believe I'm going to wake up every morning, that I believe I'm always going to be wealthy, that I believe that America is the greatest nation on earth, that I believe that I should be president of some company. I believe all of these things because they have not necessarily happened. They're not actual physical realities yet. So we're kind of striving towards something. And belief with Jesus is doubly hard because it's 2,000 years ago. And so a lot of people have said that that's not the essential part of the Jesus story, and it delinks us from Him.
And it's a process. I'm not sure if we've talked about this, but the phrase that I've been thinking about lately and our staff's been talking about is that the gospel is based on certainties, historical certainties, that lead us to mysteries. And it's the mysteries that make the believing challenging to us. The certainties are really easy to clarify historically. It's then what we choose to do with them. Do they become the fabric of our subterranean thought? I love that phrase, that becomes our worldview of moving out in this world, or do we simply discard them for lesser valuable truths?
I love that phrase. The certainties, historical certainties, lead to mysteries, and at the heart of so much of John's Gospel and all four Gospels is the question that Jesus asks: "But who do you believe that I am?" And it's the central question that runs throughout the entire book. Getting to know Jesus. Getting to know Jesus is a process in building belief. Strengthening belief, and it comes through attending church, listening to great sermons, participating in the life of the church, daily reading. All of these things serve in my own life to build belief and to center that belief not in some vague abstraction, but in Jesus Christ, the Savior, the King, the Son of God. This is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise.